Hi guys, it's Kelly Magnan. Welcome back to my channel. If you like my videos, please give me a subscribe and a like, and I would really appreciate that so much. Today, I'm going to be talking about the importance of having a business plan. Anybody who is looking to open a business or run a business is going to need a plan to institute and to follow. If you're going for a loan or financial help, you're going to need to submit a business plan. They're going to ask you for one. So today I'm going to talk about how to do that and what you need to have in one and all of that. So here we go. Hold on, guys. Going to share the screen. Here we go. And I'm going to explain what a business plan outline is. So you're going to need an executive summary, a company analysis, the industry analysis, so what's going on in the industry around you, customer analysis, which is a breakdown of what your target audience is going to be, what kind of a problem that they have and how you're going to solve it for them, a marketing plan, what you're going to do to sell your products, how much that's going to cost, the total breakdown, your operations plan, that's your team of people, how you're going to run your day-to-day operations, what's going to go into that, what equipment you're going to need. Then you're going to have your management team, a financial plan, and then your appendix at the back so that they can read that. We're going to switch over to, I wrote an article on Medium. So we're going to switch over there so then I can go over the points with you. So if you look it up in Wikipedia, what is a business plan? It's a formal written document containing your goals, the method on how you're going to attain your goals, and the time frame within which what you want to have this achieved in. So it's like, how much time do you think it's going to take you, how much money you're going to need, and what you want to do with it. It'll describe the nature of your business, the background information of your organization, your projections, the strategies you're going to use to implement that. And it's going to give them what they call as a roadmap that's going to provide the direction that your business is going to take. So we're going to go into a breakdown. So you're going to need an executive summary. That's a breakdown of your business, what you're going to do. It's like your opening statements to tell your financial institutions what your business is all about. So number two is the opportunity. Describe the problem that your customers have or what you think that your customers have and the solution that you're going to deliver to alleviate the problem. So say your area doesn't have a restaurant, a fancy restaurant. You got all these little fly-by-night operations, but you want to bring in a classier restaurant. So that's like a solution that you're going to have for your area. You have to include a market analysis summary. So you'll need to know your target market. You'll also need to research your area to find out what your competitors are, how they rate on your scale. If your restaurant's going to be at the top end of your class, then what other restaurants are you going to have around you? What is the closest one near you that equals what your business is going to be? So you're going to need to know all of that, and you're going to put that all in your summary. How you're going to fit in to this area and how your business is going to fit in so that you can bring the people what they need. Then you're going to need to break down your execution. How you're going to institute your plan, how you're going to market your products, all your cost projections. You're going to need to outline your location. Any special equipment you're going to need will go in this area. Number five, your company and management summary. So this is where you let them know who you are, who your business partners are going to be, who your management team is, what their background is. Give a small resume. Don't go too into depth. You can write out your full resumes and attach them to them, like that's what I did for mine. But give them a brief resume of how much experience that your people have, where they had their experience. When was your business founded? Is it a new business? Is it an old business that you're gonna broaden their horizons? Were you incorporated? When did you do this? You need to explain all of this in that portion. Then the last part is your financial plan. Uh, Highlight, if you're going for a loan, how much money you're going to need for your project. Uh, so for this part, you're going to have to put in a cost projection, cost analysis, profit and loss, your day-to-day operations. Like if for my business, it was a restaurant, you need to put in your uh, table turnover is what they call, how many customers are going to go through your business every day, how many times your tables are going to turn over, how much money you're going to pay out in wages, how much your bills are going to be, how much your stock is going to cost. You need to have this all broken down and put this into your financial plan. Do a break-even analysis for like the times when your business isn't going to be as busy. Like at Christmas time, you're going to be crazy busy. During the slower months, you'll need to put in a break-even analysis to compensate for the times that you're not so busy. They're going to need to know all of that too. So a few years ago, I wanted to open my own business. I applied for government funding through one of our economic development corporations. So they asked me to submit a business plan. I'm thinking, okay, I can do that. My goodness, I had no idea what I was getting into. So what I did, I went to my economic center that's in my city, and they helped me like step by step how to do all of that. And I tell you, it's a lot more in depth than I thought it was going to be. I figured, oh, I'll just go home and write it out on a piece of paper. It's not like that. It took me almost 6 months to finish that. I mean, I'm sure not everybody is going to take 6 months, but I had to research everything because it was a big project. And so why did they want all this? Well, they want to make sure that you know what you're doing. So if you can explain it to them, then, and you can give full cost analysis, full breakdowns, full what your wages are going to be, what your costs are going to be, how much you're going to bring in. If you can break it all down, then they'll know that you're serious, you know what you're getting into. And this is a picture of my restaurant that I opened. And it didn't work out in the end, but that's okay because, you know, live and learn. But um, I was approved for my funding from my Economic Development Corporation. But even the smallest of business will need to have a business plan. It doesn't have to be all this in depth, but it does have to include your research for your market, how much you're going to spend in marketing, what strategies you're going to have, what your target audience is, your staffing, what your goals are for your business, and, you know, try to make it look professional. Use graphs and columns for explanations if you can. So when you're doing your executive summary on your first pages, that's just your brief summary. So now we're going to just break it down a little bit, so then you'll know exactly what we're doing. So your business plan should contain, you know, your management team, your cost projections, your graphs for findings regarding your projections, and they're going to want to see it for the next 5 years. So if you're going for funding, it's not going to be just, this is what I think is going to happen. You need to have like a 5-year plan because they're going to want to see 5 years. So it has to be an intensive business plan. If you're doing it just for yourself, just to keep in mind, to keep it you on track, then, you know, it doesn't have to be all that in depth, but at least you'll know where you're going, what your costs are going to be, what your breakdowns are, how much you're expecting to make, how much you're expecting to put out, and, you know, how much your costs are going to be for marketing, for all of that. When you're doing this, make sure you're being realistic with yourself and with the people that you're asking money from, because if you flub it and you over exaggerate how much you're going to be making, they're going to know that because this is the business that they're in. So don't try to fool yourself, don't try to fool them, try to be realistic about your costs and projections, and have realistic goals so that you're ready to implement them when you're ready to go, so that you're prepared for any difficulties, profit and losses, break even analysis, all that. needs to be addressed. It's a good way to keep you in the right frame of mind, keep you on track, because there's going to be times when you're going to get stressed out. I know, I remember back, and honestly, it was a stressful situation. And sometimes you get a yes, and then you get so exaggerated and so excited and so on point that, and then you forget a lot of stuff because you're so excited. And then there's times when you're going to get so stressed out and so exhausted that you start to doubt what you're doing and how to go about it. And if you have a business plan, you can always look up and check on your business plan, and it will make you take a step back and remember why you're doing what you're doing, and keep you on track on how to do it, so that you don't lose your ground and what you have in plan. So make sure that you have a game plan. Make sure that you're being innovative, that you're trying to come up with new ideas to promote your business, to make sure that they're well aware that you know what you're doing, because it's crucial to the success of your business to have a plan. Everybody needs to have a plan. Now, on a personal note, if you're going to partner with somebody, my advice, be absolutely sure of this person that you're going into business with. Because if you go into the wrong business with the wrong person, it can like absolutely destroy you. So make sure that you truly know and you truly trust this person. Make sure you're both on the same page when it comes to running the business. Who will be in charge of what? In my case, it was my partner was in charge of the front house. I was in charge of the back house kitchen. Uh, I did all the ordering, all the supplying, all the dealing with the schedules, the stock coming in, all the cooking and planning, and I did all of that, and she took care of the front house and the financials. So that was our thing. However, one is going to want to overstep the other. So you're going to have to make sure that you have a plan that is clear, that is concise on who is going to do what, who will be in charge of what, and stick to that. Because if you start trying to override each other, then you're going to have issues. The friend that you start out with may not be the friend that you end up with, because business changes people. Some people will power trip, others will get scared and frightened and take a step back and just let it go and let the other person run everything. And that is not a way to do things. Make sure that you really know your partner. Bad things can happen if you end up not getting along or seeing things the same way. If that happens, don't just take a back seat and let it simmer. Sit down, smooth it out, work it out. Because if you don't and you let it fester, oh, it'll fester. And when it blows up and it erupts, it's not going to be pretty. And you'll end up losing everything, because there's a lot of collateral that you're going to have to put on the line if you're going for financial backing. So when you have a business plan, make sure that you stick to the business plan, because if you don't, it's not going to work out. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a like, and thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And you guys have a great day. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, give me a like, and we'll see you on the next video, guys. Thank you so much.